Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for all the views on my last video. I really appreciate all the love and support that I've been getting. So for today's look, we're going to start off by creating a natural look using only drugstore products. It's a very simple look but has a very shimmery, kind of dewy feel to it, which is why I totally love it. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. So let's get right to it. We're going to start off priming our face with the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer, which is a very good, very dewy, very highlighted primer. I'm going to just put that in the center of our face and spread it out outwards, just to make sure we have the full coverage and that our makeup will last all day long. So now that we're all primed up, we're going to move on to concealing our under eye area. I'm using the Fit Me Concealer from Maybelline. And basically just draw a triangle under your eye to get the best coverage. You also want to extend the concealer up to our nose, just to kind of slim down the nose and give it a more sculpted look. And we did the same on the other side. And this really makes a big difference once you blend everything out. We're also going to use this concealer as a highlighter and draw a line down the bridge of our nose, on the tip of our nose, center of our forehead, and a bit above our brows, just to kind of draw the light towards these areas. Now we're going to go in with a damp beauty sponge and blend everything out. It's very important that you wet the sponge to get it as wet, soaking wet, and then just squeeze out all the water to get it damp, spongy, and airy to give you that kind of air finished look. So just going to blend everything out. So now to set our under eye area, we're going to use the NYC translucent powder and a beauty sponge. Just kind of press the powder onto the under eye area until you get a good amount of coverage. This is basically baking your under eye area, which is really going to bring out and highlight this area. A lot of people do this under their under eye area, but you can basically do it anywhere on your face that you want to be emphasized the most. So with this and the contour, this is going to give it a really nice contrast. I usually use the Laura Mercier translucent powder, but since this is a drugstore look, I try to limit myself to drugstore products. This is a good powder. It's not as fine though as the Laura Mercier powder, but if you're on a budget, this works great. Now for our brows, I'm going to use the Brow Fantasy by Revlon, which is this cute little pencil gel duo that I picked up. It's basically, you just draw in your eyebrows, fill them in wherever they need to be filled in, as I'm doing right now. And I always like to start at the top, just kind of draw a straight line towards the end of the brow just to give it some type of shape, and then fill in the areas. Now with this really cool gel, it's like a brown gel, I would even call it almost a mascara. So you just brush that over your brows to kind of set the brow and so it can stay all day long. Now I'm going to do the other one. Now using any type of big brush, you're going to brush off the translucent powder that you put on your face, and just in sweeping motions make sure that you get everything off. For foundation, I'm going to use the Stay Matte foundation from Rimmel London. And I honestly love this foundation because I tend to get more oily throughout my forehead in the day. And this really does help keep it matte. Now we blend it out. So I went ahead and highlighted my face. I highlighted above my cheekbones, on my cupid's bow, a little bit on the bridge of my nose. Sorry to not record this part, but my camera died and I had to go recharge it. Now moving on to eyes, I'm going to use the NYX eyeshadow. I can't remember the name right now of it, but I'm going to link it down below. It just basically uses as a base. It's a little shiny and glittery, but I kind of want to go for this shiny, dewy look, so it's perfect for that. Now we're going to use this pink shade in the middle for the center of our lids. We're just going to pack that onto our lids in a pat type motion, and just to make sure that we get the most pigment out of it. We don't want to blend this out. We want this to stay that same pink color. We're going to do the same thing on the other eye. And I love this little Morphe brush. It's perfect for when you want to do looks like this and just pack on some color. Next, we're going to use our big blending brush to blend out all the edges. And just go over your natural crease, following your natural hollows of your eyes. Next, with this shimmery, I don't even know what to call this color, I guess it's like a really light pink. We're going to use it as a highlighter for the inner corner of our eyes. And I'm using this big crease brush because I like how it kind of blends everything out, but I'm doing it in the packing motion so it can stay put. Now I'm going to use this really cute bronzy shade from the Love and Rio NYX eyeshadow palette. And just with that same big blending crease brush, we're going to, excuse my mirror please, we're going to use it on our natural crease, and just to kind of give some depth to the eye. We don't really necessarily want to smoke it out, but we do want to give our eyes some definition and some, 3D volume. So do the same on the other eye. And now we're just blending everything out so that there are no harsh lines and everything looks smooth and seamless. Now using the middle shade, which is more matte than the first one we used just now, with the same brush, we're just going to dab a little bit on the tip of the brush and then go in to that same crease. The first color we used just now, the bronzy one, was kind of to transition the eye and prepare it for this darker color, so we don't just put the darker color onto our skin and it's harder to blend. When you use a transition color, it really helps, like the name, transition from light shade to a dark shade. So it's always key to find that one transition color. Now we're going to use that same dark matte brown color, but with a flat type of liner brush, and liner eyes. I chose not to go with a gel liner or an eyeliner since I wanted to keep this more of a natural look. I find it when I use dark eyeshadows for eyeliner, it kind of like gives it that boldness, but without going so dramatic. It gives it more in a natural way. You get me? So now I'm going to use the Nude eyeliner from Rimmel. It's on their ScandalEyes line. And we're just going to tight line our waterline. I do this all the time when I go to work, or before I go to work. When I'm like super late, I wake up half asleep and I have 5 minutes to get ready. I just do this and it really helps me look a lot more awakened than what I really am. I prefer this nude color over a white eyeliner. I know some girls do white, but I prefer nude. It gives it a more natural look. I like to stick with white for a more dramatic nighttime look. The mascara I chose to use is the Colossal Cat Eyes Waterproof Mascara from Maybelline, and I honestly love this mascara. I don't know, I think it's the one that just really separates my lashes and makes them look full but at the same time divided, which I particularly like. We're just going to coat our lashes and prepare them for the falsies. So for lashes, I chose to go with this lovely Lolita lash pair from Eylure. It's actually with their collaboration with Katy. I love these lashes for any type of natural look since they're kind of separated and a little wispy. Now I'm just gonna apply mascara to my lower lashes. I just spaced out for a little bit. And now do the other eye. I'm using that same mascara that I used for the top lashes. I really like this brush. As you can see, it's kind of curved, so it lets you hit all the edges and inside the inner corner lashes, which are usually hard for me to get around. Now for lips, I chose to go with the NYX Black Label lipstick in the shade Diva, which is a really creamy lipstick. I think it's limited edition, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna try to link it down below. I'm just gonna apply this to my top and bottom lips, not really trying to, go around the edges or line my lips with it. Just trying to get the best coverage, because then I'm gonna go in with the lip liner brush from Morphe. All the brushes I use for this tutorial are from the Morphe vegan set, which kind of reminds me of cotton candy. I don't know why, maybe the blue and pink combo. But we're just kind of line our lips with this brush. It's kind of an alternative to using a lip liner. And this is the final look. This is my affordable natural drugstore look that anybody can recreate. It's super easy to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please subscribe, like, comment, and I'll be back next week. Bye.